Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and as you guys already know, when it comes to credit cards, I am a big fan, but not because, oh my gosh, the points are so awesome, mostly because having a credit card is one of the fastest way to build a credit score and then go out there and qualify for a mortgage if you actually want to buy some investments. So when I see credit cards, I don't really see points and benefits. Oh my gosh, I can get into a club at the airline that I'm going to be there for like an hour, but I pay, for example, $500 every single year. I don't really care about that if I'm being honest, but what I do care about is manipulating credit cards, right? To basically raise my credit score and then get me to qualify for the important things in life, for example, a mortgage and buy more investments. That's the only thing I actually care about. So that's why for this video, I'm going to give you guys my 5 starter credit cards, okay? The 5 credit cards I started with and the reason I actually have such a high credit score today. And by the way, guys, if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day on YouTube, so make sure to also subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. On the top of that, also destroy the like button. Now, the very first thing I have to open up with is basically this insane story right here. Now, right here, guys, to my left or to my right, I don't know, is actually my iPhone. Everything is live, as you guys can see, so it's actually my phone here. It's not a fake screen. Look, I'll scroll up and down. You guys see it? It's not a fake screen, okay? But the point is that my credit score right now is 762. Now, you might say, Tommy, that's pretty high, and to be honest, it is in the excellent range. But I want to show you guys this right here, because here is the history of my credit score. I'm going to scroll down here and show you guys. Well, just a year ago, my credit score back in November of 2019, little less than a year, by the way, was actually 681, almost 100-point difference from what it is today. And on top of that, if you see, it didn't take me a year to raise it up, but in reality, it only took me until February 1st, to have my credit score up to a 748. And in reality, it's not because I got better credit cards, because I started spending more money, or because I got, for example, an annual fee, or because I pay over time. It's not because of any of that. But before I tell you exactly the one change I made to raise my credit score this fast in 3 months, well, I want to tell you exactly the credit cards that I actually use today and what my 5 starter credit cards actually are and why I actually use them. So the very first card I want to talk about here is basically the Capital One Platinum Secure card. And by the way, it won't look like this anymore. They actually remodeled the card, which is actually pretty cool. And I might get the new one. But the truth is, guys, this card right here, I only use it for one bill, and it's called TubeBuddy for like a YouTube program. And I charge this credit card around $15 every single month. Does it have any benefits? The answer is no. There is no cash back or any of that stuff, but in reality, it's a credit card that you right now most likely can apply for and get accepted and start building up your credit score. And it's very, very, very easy to actually get accepted for it unless you have, for example, a bankruptcy or some form of delinquency on your credit report, okay? But usually, if you're fresh or have a decent score, you'll get accepted. It's a very easy way to start building up your credit score. Now, the second credit card here is actually my Freedom Chase Unlimited card. And this card right here is pretty cool, you know? Basically, it gives me 1.5% cash back. And if I want to travel, 5% if I buy it through Chase. And it's pretty cool. But in reality, I only charge to it around a $15 bill every single month. And by the way, guys, all of these credit cards, none of them have an annual fee. They're all easy to get into. And on top of that, I've never paid an ounce of interest to any of the credit card companies because basically, I put my credit cards on auto pay, the full balance every single month, and that way I avoid paying them interest. And I think they don't like me that much, but you know, I don't really care. On top of that, the third credit card I actually use is one of my favorite ones, to be honest with you guys, and it's actually the Discover credit card. And by the way, I know it's a pink card. I want it to be fancy and like eye catching. Plus it's 2020. Who the heck cares if I have a pink Discover credit card? I'm guessing you do, okay? But like I said, it doesn't matter. But this card right here is one of my favorite ones, guys, because basically it gives me 1% cash back on anything I buy, but it also gives me 5% cash back in categories, for example, like gas, also groceries, and other categories. So basically, it's one of the best credit cards I actually have, but it's one of the hardest ones to actually get into, but it's not that hard to actually get into. So once your credit score is above 700, usually I recommend you apply. And on top of that, I only have one bill being charged here, and it's basically just my phone bill. So like around 180 bucks every single month. By the way, I have multiple lines. People pay me to be a part of my line, so I'm not basically paying 180 bucks. I'm actually paying somewhere around 100 bucks for me and my girlfriend, okay? Just to make that clear, I'm not spending $200 a month on a phone bill, okay? I just wanted to clarify that, just for my soul, all right? Now, the fourth credit card here is actually, this one is pretty cool, but I did notice it made me spend a lot of extra money, and it's actually the Amazon store card. Now, this one is awesome, right? If I buy anything on Amazon, I basically get 5% cash back, and I basically buy a lot of things on Amazon. But lately, all I do is whenever I'm gonna buy a new book, for example, like back here, I basically put it on the credit card and pay it off in full at the end of the month. And that way, I buy a book, maybe like 10 bucks or 15 bucks, but it's paid off in full, and I'm not buying a ton of stuff to then pay it off like in a few months or so. And by the way, Amazon is very tricky, right? So they tell you, hey, if you buy this product right here, that's over $1,000, we'll give you 5% cash back, plus we'll give you like 8 months or 10 months to pay it off interest free. And that does sound cool, but in reality, you're just spending money that you probably didn't want to spend in the first place. So usually, I use it for small stuff like buying a book here and there. That is about it. And the last credit card, by the way, so far, I've given you 5, right? But I want to give you guys an extra one right here. And it's basically the Mattress Firm credit card. Now, this credit card right here is one that I basically only got because I wanted to buy a mattress. So here's what it actually looks like right here. And I couldn't resist actually getting this credit card because basically, I bought this mattress back here, guys, for like around $1,000. Tell me that's so much money. It is. But I sleep on this mattress every single day. And it's also like the mattress, and on top of that, also like the springboard thing at the bottom, which also goes up and down, which is pretty cool. And also the pillow. I got everything for like $1,000, but it was actually going for around $1,400. So I basically got a massive discount, okay? But the truth is, guys, they told me, Tommy, you can either pay us the $1,000 today, or for example, get this credit card right here and pay it off over 2 years, 100% interest free. So you know what I did? I said, okay, I pay the minimum balance every single month. And on top of that, I grabbed that money, I invested it because $2,000 today, 2 years later, is going to be worth a lot more money. And I think in about like 4 or 5 more months, I'll be done with this credit card right here. And I'm probably going to replace it with the Citi Double Cash card. But I do want to make something very clear, guys, okay? If you've been taking notes here, I have 5 major credit cards and then just 1 random store credit card for like the Mattress Firm people, right? And the answer is that in total, I have a credit line of around maybe $30,000 to $40,000. And you might say, Tommy, that's a lot, or you might say, Tommy, that's not that much. In one credit card, I have a $40,000 line myself. But the truth is that I don't really care, because the truth is that basically, although I have a 40K credit line, I have a lot more in my investments, a lot more in liquid cash, and also a lot more when it comes to what I'm going to buy when it comes to real estate. But the truth is that I don't care about the credit line in these cards. What I want them for is just for one thing: to build up my credit score so that I can go out there and buy some real estate property, get some mortgages for a really good rate. And on top of that, I have a lot more in investments, a lot more in assets, and also a lot more in liquid cash. So some people basically have a large credit line, but don't have any investments and also don't have any liquid cash. So don't worry if you have a 1,000 credit line or a 40K credit line, or even, for example, a 100K credit line. It doesn't matter. It's not really your money. It's about how much money do you actually have when it comes to your own investment money and also your own cash, okay? And also your own assets, okay? That's what I really care about. What I care about when it comes to credit cards is, are these credit cards easy to manage? Does it have a bonus? Yeah, cool. On top of that, can I use them to then go ahead and qualify for a mortgage? The answer is yes. So it checks off all the boxes, and it's also easy to qualify, okay? So it checks off all the boxes when it comes to exactly what I want a decent credit score for. Now, lastly, guys, I want to tell you exactly, Tommy, what did you do to take your credit score from basically a 681 all the way up to, well, right now is 762 in less than a year, right? The answer is, it's very simple, guys. I focused on the major picture when it comes to my credit score. I didn't focus on basically, hey, does this credit card give me points? Does this credit card give me like a travel point, a bonus, whatever it is? The answer is I didn't focus on that. I only focused on the major parts of my credit score and what actually makes up my credit score. So here it is, guys, okay? When it comes to your credit score, as you guys know, the biggest parts are basically your payment history, the amount you owe, and also your length of credit history. So in this case, 35% is basically my payment history. So what I did was basically I grabbed all these credit cards, put a small bill on them, and pay them off in full every single month automatically. So right there, I'm targeting that right there. On top of that, the amount I owe. If it's more than 10% of my credit line, that's bad. So guess what I did? I put a very small bill of 15 bucks, and that way my amount owed stays very low and my credit score keeps going up and up and up. Also, 30% length of credit history. The answer is I can't speed up time. So basically I just don't close my credit cards. I keep them open with a small bill and everything moves forward very quickly. And just to show you guys here on my Credit Karma account, just so you guys can see here, when it comes down to my payment history, 100%. When it comes down to my credit utilization, how much money I owe, only 1%. When it comes to my credit history, I'm around 3 years and 5 months, but I can't speed up time. But as I get older, maybe when I'm 30, that'll also be, for example, a massive help to push me at around a 780 or maybe potentially an 800 credit score. But overall, guys, the entire point is this. The credit cards I offered here, although they are not the best when it comes to points and basically rewards and basically having an annual fee, the answer is they're good for what I want them for. So if what you want is to basically have credit cards, okay, to build up your credit score and then go out there and buy assets, the answer is I think there's a perfect way to actually do it. Just get some credit cards like I did, put a small bill on them, pay them off in full every single month, and that way your credit score actually builds up. The worst way to use your credit card is basically having a massive balance on it, paying interest on it, and not being able to pay it off in full. That is the worst way. And by the way, a lot of YouTubers are going to disagree with me saying, Tommy, I understand that, but having some points is actually pretty good and favorable. And the answer is, it is if you want to deal with that stuff. I don't want to deal with it. So what I do is basically 80% of the time, I'm using cash, and then 20% of the time, I'm using credits. Like every now and then, if I'm going to buy flights and I want points, yeah, I use a credit card, paid off right then and there. But usually, on a day-to-day basis, I'm usually just using cash. And that way, everything's taken care of, and I'm not going into any debt either. But guys, that is about it. Comment down below and let me know, out of these 6 credit cards, which one do you plan to apply for? And by the way, there's a new cool feature on Credit Karma where basically, if you go to the Explore section on the lower left, it shows you basically exactly what your credit cards actually are. So if I click right here on credit cards, it shows you exactly my credit cards and also my balances on it. So here it is, okay? My cards. Well, here are my credit cards right here. And it tells me exactly, Tommy, use this card for dining, this one for gas, this one for groceries, and this one for travel. So it basically helps you, tell you exactly how you should use your credit cards. And I thought that was a pretty cool point. So if you guys like this video right here, like this video. On top of that, also, subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. And before I go, if you want to text me or talk to me, start on Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at TommyBryson. And if you want to watch a video, guys, on basically how to go out there and remove bad remarks from your credit score, watch this video right here and also click my face right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.